just as much as the rest of you, because this is one part of the business that, to be honest, I haven't been that strong in. But like everything, once I decide to take something on board, then I'm going to be good at it. So I hope you come into this with the same attitude, and which should be, well, if Matt can do it, so can I. You know, if one person can do it, I can learn this as well. And obviously tonight it's just going to be an overview, but we'll also be talking about some of the, you know, the other trainings we're going to do, which will be, to start off with this year, we're going to have a one-day training on, you know, with Matt, and he'll talk about that a little bit more after, you know, during the, at the end of the tonight's session. And yeah, and exactly how you can get clients, you know, for yourself using his systems, and he'll actually do the work. So you won't have to be the ones doing the internet, you know, the strategies, because that's obviously requires specialized knowledge. So I think, Matt, how many people have you got online now?
We've got 10, including
11.
ourselves. We've got 11. Couple more coming on now. So whenever you're ready, I think we can start. I am recording this for all those that are listening, and for those that will be listening if they get on late.
Okay, excellent, excellent. That's good. So we're going to have the whole thing recorded. Yeah, and obviously we will be, you know, we'll be continuing this on an ongoing basis. So this is not just a one-off. We are going to be focusing on this side of the generation of income, and a lot more in the future. And it's just going to be an ongoing process, guys. So again, welcome to the call. If you're on the call, this will be a really exciting call. I know I've been talking to Matt quite a bit over the last sort of 2 or 3 weeks, and you know, we are going to be, you know, he is obviously already a distributor, but he's going to be making what he's doing available to every other distributor, and also the fulfillment of the services he will be handling. So we're currently looking at working out a joint venture, you know, between myself and Matt, to actually enable that to happen with the whole distributor network. So Matt, I think I'll let you take it away, and welcome to the call.
Okay, great. Thanks, Peter. Look, everyone who's listening, if you can just type in to the chat area, yay or yes, you can hear me, or loud and clear. Just type in on the right-hand side there, your little drop-down box. You'll see a little chat box there. Just type in there, yes, I can hear you, or ready to get going, if you can do that. No one's typing anything in. It's to the right-hand side there. You'll see, there we go.
That's me.
That's Peter. You can hear me. Okay, I just want to make sure everyone can hear me. Okay, yes, loud and clear. People are putting in the question area there. All right, yes, from Hanley, yes, being heard, great tone. Your voice is so sexy. Who wrote that? No, just joking. So, okay, so let's get going.
You mean nobody said that? No one said that yet. I'm surprised.
Not tonight. Normally.
No, that was last night. That was the weekend.
That's right. Don't get me started. Okay,
Yeah.
social media profit streams for business coaches. Now, this is fair income. So how you can replicate my system and Peter's system as well. That's already earning me more than $90,000 in just the last 75 days. So, literally speaking, you know Peter. Some of you may know me by now. But if you don't, then by the end of the call, you'll certainly have an appreciation about what I've done, but more importantly about what I do and what you can replicate, what you can walk away from tonight and put into your business, and therefore put into your pocket. Okay, so without further ado, let's just get straight into it. Peter did mention about a one-day event that is coming up for business coaches on the Gold Coast and on the Gold and in Melbourne as well. Now, you don't need to look like these people up in the photo there at all. I'd probably rather that you didn't. So if you look better than those people, then make sure you come to these events. The first one is Saturday the 26th of November in Melbourne, and the second one is Saturday the 3rd of December on the Gold Coast. Now, we'll be covering pretty much 12 to 14 hours worth of content. We'll be going through case studies, your own social media and how you can benefit from that, getting yourself and your business prepared for a potential joint venture with us if that's what you choose to do. And of course we'll be discussing the most profitable streams of social media that I use, and I'll be giving you those to walk away with. Okay, so stay tuned, we'll give you some more details on that, but just wanted to give you the heads up from the word go. Now tonight's topics, given that some of you may not have been here the last 2 weeks, we're just going to cover a couple of social media stats. What is social media? Who can earn money from social media? And that's a bit of a leading question there or statement. And social media profit stream strategies that I'll take you through, that I've been using, that literally you could walk out there tomorrow, as some of the members on the call tonight, like Mario, the legend, has been using very, very successfully over the last week or two with me. Okay, so let's get into the call. We will save questions for the end. So if you've got a crazy hand, or you've got your head's going nuts all of a sudden, just write it down, and you can start posting in questions a little bit later. Okay, some social media stats for you. Nearly 60% of business owners do use social media tools to communicate with their customers. Now, these are statistics hot off the press, straight from October, from 2,200 respondents from an American online survey. But we know that regardless of demographic spread and the size of the population, Australia does soon follow within 6 to 18 months of the US. It used to be about 3 to 5 years, but now it's 6 to 18 months given the internet. So 57% of business owners are using social media to attract new customers. You should be jumping for joy right now, because you know that this is part of social media profit streams. And over 58% are using these tools to communicate with existing customers. Now, communicating, selling, re-engaging and maintaining relationships are not always the same. So communicating with your customers may be just ego-based marketing. This is what we're doing. Hey, why don't you come in and we'll give you a free massage when you buy one for free. Yes, that can work. Or look what we've just done. We've just updated our website. We've just put a new video on there. Why don't you go and have a look at it? If you've already got and captured the your herd, your audience, and they love everything that you put out there, you can get away with that sort of marketing. But what I teach, and what you'll be a part of, is when you communicate with customers, your own, and also your you teach your customers to do the same, then it's all about relationships, okay? So the last point there, in addition, 55% of business owners state that Facebook and Twitter are significant engines of growth for their business. Again, they're significant engines, and they may get some growth out of it, but are they maximizing their potential online? Do they really, really know what they're doing, or is it a case that they've been paying someone else to do it, or that it's luck of the game? Okay, so this is a little bit humorous, but social media explained, because there's so much out there. And if you're talking to a client or a prospect and they say social media, you know, I'm on Facebook, isn't that all I need to do? Well, let's look at this. So Twitter, it's giving you an up-to-date almost a message board of what you do day in, right across 24 hours a day. I need to pee. Facebook, I just peed. Okay, so it's Facebook is a little bit of historical reporting. You've got Foursquare, which is quite big in the States. It's another social media that's getting quite new, and some of you may already have been invited to this free blogging or free blog site. So this is where I pee, why am I peeing, look at this pee. I find absolutely humorous because I'm on YouTube all the time. I'm good at peeing is LinkedIn, quite a sort of business expose profiling, LinkedIn, and Google+, which is relatively new in the last month or two in Australia. Let's all pee together. So moving towards YouTube. Now, I won't go into Facebook and Twitter and LinkedIn and YouTube all tonight. I chose YouTube as one example of social media because it is a massive, massive audience, and it dwarfs many other forms of marketing by hundreds and hundreds of times. It's the second largest search engine to Google, and you can see here 63% of small business owners are on YouTube, and 1.9 million of the 3 million online users. Okay, so I'll give you some more demographics in a minute, and these are snapshots as a marketer like I am and like you guys are. These are demographics you can pull straight out of YouTube, and you just need to know where to go, and you can do the same with Facebook and all the rest. And the hint is normally you can find them in the advertising section. So if you're going to advertise through any of these channels or mediums, then you will have lots of demographics to work from. So you can see here, as of May 2011, YouTube has 800 million monthly unique visitors or users worldwide who upload more than 48 hours of video to the site every minute. Get your head around that. People are watching more than 3 billion videos daily. That's the equivalent of nearly half the world's population watching a YouTube video every day. Okay, I love YouTube as a marketing tool, and you'll get to know this about me and about my strategies for my clients a little bit later on. Okay, so we can burrow down and look at the small business owners that are on YouTube as an example. Who are they? The individuals who drive business decisions. The wealth is 26% more likely to earn an income of 150K or more. They're influential, so 210% more likely to be a business purchase decision maker. They're online and streaming video. 715,000 are online every day, and 870,000 have streamed online video in the last 30 days. Just let's stop and think for a minute. If you've got a product, you are a business owner, okay? Say you're selling toothbrushes. It's the latest toothbrush. It's got 5 heads on it. They come out of both ends, and you can brush your teeth and your nose and your face at the same time. And it's the future of personal hygiene. Absolutely ridiculous. But imagine turning that into a video documentary or experience for prospects to watch, as humorous as it may be. This multi-fangled personal hygiene tool that you will attract sponsors, you will attract prospects, and views are prospects. Turning those prospects and viewers into paying customers is the next step. Okay, and that's where part of the social media leg comes in, driving them to a landing page, getting them to opt in for their 30-day trial of something. And I'm sure you've seen it all with teeth whitening, or with fake tan, or eyelash tint or makeup for the ladies with Guthrie Renker, who's just basically a living, breathing bank. Those guys, they're so wealthy, but. So think about this platform, YouTube, and think about none other just for the moment. All right, so we'll move on. If you want to launch a business, I'd be doing it on YouTube before I did it on Facebook. I can tell you that right now. So business owner stats, 80% have a credit card, 71% have a head count between 1 and 4 in their organization, 61% have a credit card transaction, have made a transaction in the last 30 days online. And this is where we're going with a lot of our marketing now. 31% have made a B2B purchase online in the last 6 months. B2B, for those of you that don't know, is business to business. 79% are senior management or self-employed. 62% paid or viewed bills online. 47% manage their investment accounts online, and 27% plan to change their financial vendor in the next 6 months. Okay, so if you heading towards servicing small business owners, people that have paid for something online, that have a small organization but really need some local marketing experience, where do you think you're going to go to start marketing to those people? And this big thing here, what is social media? of course, it's all about relationship marketing. How much better can you relate to someone when you can see them, you can hear them, you can build trust with them, and you can relate to them. Video is absolutely astounding when it comes to building relationships for your clients, and I'm talking about you being a business coach right now, and so whether they're a hair salon, whether they're a beauty expert, whether they're a tradesman, whether they're a real estate agent, cosmetic surgeon, dentist, chiropractor, you name it, building credibility online using video and using the other broadcast mediums like Facebook and Twitter and LinkedIn and some of these other new blogs that are starting to emerge, and Google Plus is the only way to captivate an audience and to drive them to your business to buy your services. So get it in your head that we're not selling, we're building relationships. So I'll address a term called welcome marketing in a couple of slides time when we talk about some strategies. But just give me some feedback right now. So type in the chat area or questions, whatever. Just say, do you agree with relationship marketing over selling? Just give me some feedback. Okay, yes, loud and clear. Great. Okay, yes, 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 yes. Great idea. Much stronger. Thanks, Mario. Okay, good. It's all coming through. Okay, and I'm sure it's going to make you guys feel a hell of a lot better as well, because I'll tell you right now, I started selling, and after I got sick of the no's, I stopped selling and I started talking to business owners. So this is where we're going to go with it. Okay, so everyone can see right through there. All right, so let's move on. So we've got relationship marketing, and we do business with people we know, like, and trust. All right, so which business can earn money, the dollars, the moolah, the clams from social media? Okay, now you've probably heard of affiliate marketing or individuals online, small business, medium to large businesses, online and offline businesses. Now I'm talking about potential clients for you guys. I'm not talking about you. Think about anyone that offers a service or a product, whether it be online or offline. If you approach them regarding their online services, if it's like an eBay store, or if it's someone that's got a shopping cart that sells perfumes or makeup or whatever it is, why couldn't they turn that into an offline experience as well, using Peter's strategies and some other strategies that are out there? Like in kind, why can't you take an offline business and put them online and function by having bookings online, or having their offers online, or having their customers experience part of their service and culture online through video, through other social media platforms as well? And you'll see this this picture here, and obviously it's not something I created, but certainly piggyback marketing is something that I like, and I've done a couple of videos regarding those and pushed them out through Facebook in the last week or so. But using someone else's brains and someone else's credibility and someone else's design work to create a partnered or tandem message for yourself is one of the strongest ways to get ahead, and one of the fastest ways to get ahead, as long as you're not in breach of copyright. So this is a hint as to what lies ahead towards the end of this conversation, that you have the opportunity to ride the back of a successful system and a proven model, so that you can fast track your own success. So here we've come to some strategies now, and you'll see there's 5 there. I probably work through I used to work through 2, then I used to work through about 4 or 5, and now really I work through back to around 2 strategies. So let's start with the first one. Okay, so welcome marketing. Welcome marketing is either you send an email, and I've gone through this with a couple of you online. If you've got a brochure that arrives in the mail, and I did this only a couple of weeks ago, and I've actually done this twice in the last month, and I've netted 2 new clients from that, which adds up to about 20k. One, I looked at the brochure, and they'd gone to some effort. Obviously, it was a trifold brochure. It was on coloured, so yellow coloured paper, and it was black ink. So it didn't present very well. They had a reasonable message, and I could see that this product has multiple uses that wasn't really well conveyed. So all I did was handily, they had their names, the business partners, and their email addresses and phone numbers at the back of this brochure. So what I did is I went to my personal email account, my Big Pond account, not my Matt at Monster Social, and I sent them a quick email, and this is what I sent them. All I said was this: if you can see my screen, I saw your listing, or I saw your recent flyer in my suburb, and I was struck by an idea which could generate many more leads for you. And I actually added on there and transform your business. If you'd like to know what it is, call me on X or reply to this email. I didn't even put yours in business. All I put was talk soon, Matt. No signature, no yours in business or anything like that. And I sent it to them. And the subject line was obviously not about your listing on Google. It was about your recent flyer. Now, within 24 hours, I got a call from one of the owners. Within 3 days, I was meeting them. And it just so happened that my sixth sense in picking up this flyer and contacting them and putting it out there, they've spent 6 months and $8,000 down the tube with a guy that is 2 states away that promised the world and did nothing, and has created the most abhorrent website for them, and gleamingly obvious that he has no marketing skill at all. And pretty much after 2 more chats, they've spoken to their business partner in New Zealand, and they're on board fully for a $13,000 campaign, and that's just the start of it. So they're ready to accept me as their go-to guy, marketing strategist, and media expert. And what do you think it took for me to do that? 1 little email and a bowl full of coconuts, pretty much. So I just did it. I didn't think about it. I didn't worry about if I didn't get a response. I didn't worry about what they would say. I threw my caution in the wind, but these are some of the strategies that we'll give you in the one-dayer, and I went through some general questions. And when they called me back, I just said, look, thanks for getting back to me. I was really intrigued by your flyer. I think it's a wonderful piece of marketing. It looks like you've got a great product to offer. I've been on your website, and I've got a couple of questions for you. Now, I got 3 or 4 questions into it about their business. What are you doing? How long have you been in business for? What are your target markets? Who are you trying to attract? How many flyers did you drop? If I received one, how many more people received one? Within 3 minutes, they wanted to know what I did. So I just said, look, I help businesses explode. I help new businesses get off the ground and add multiple zeros to their bottom line. And pretty much you have to pick, obviously, your tagline or your pitch line as to who you're talking to. I wouldn't have said that if I was talking to a bank. I would probably have tailored it a bit better. But these guys loved it. They said, oh my God, we need to get you in. We need to have a chat. The next step, all I did was have a look at their website, made some notes, did some keyword research on who was selling this particular product, and made some ideas about their flyer and how they could produce it, how they could improve it. So, lo and behold, again, if you think you can do this strategy by sending out 10 a week, 10 10 a day. Who thinks they could do this? Just let me know with in the chat box or the question there. Okay, so we've got lots of yes, but I don't know enough about it. That's okay. Okay, so we've got lots of yeses. The legend and the strategist. Oh, that must be from earlier. Yeah, Steve. Good on you. Okay, so this has got to be one of your number one strategies. It's not a selling at all. Okay, you don't need to face up to the person. If you, even better still, if you didn't have an email address and you didn't have the business owner's name, then call the business and just don't even tell them who you are. Just say, oh, you know, if a receptionist picks up, just say, I'd like to know who's in charge of the marketing there, and can I have their email address or their first name, please? And if they say why, just say, look, you know, I've just seen your flyer in the mail, and I'd like to send them a letter of like a congratulation letter or whatever you want to do to get their name. Okay. The other thing is you can cut ads out of the paper. You can cut ads out of the yellow pages or photocopy it or whatever you want to do. And you stick it on a bit of paper, and that bit of paper then you draw a big red circle around their ad and say something like, I love this, I've struck by an idea, exactly what I've written there, you need to call me. And leave it at that. So the intrigue gets them in the door. Okay, the intrigue gets them in. So that's strategy number one. All right, so strategy number one, really, really easy. So let's go back to the presentation. And excuse me, not for, well, I'll blow it up so you can see it a bit better there. Okay, so strategy number one, welcome marketing. Email or a letter, follow it with a phone call, and then follow it with an email again. Okay, the second lot is easy peasy. Now, who's heard of Coffee News? So Coffee News, that yellow, you know, bifold bit of marketing that basically sits in coffee shops everywhere, every week, with jokes, with star signs, with little business ads down the side. Okay, so we've got a couple of people. Kate saying NA. Is that nut or not applicable? Not sure. Essentially, I was struck by my own idea about 3 months ago. And I thought, you know, I'm sick of going and trying to do door knocking with someone else's material or with not much to actually discuss. So what I decided to do was I enjoyed reading Coffee News. And I looked at the business owners on there, and chances are, if they were a nutritionist, a personal trainer, a painter, a decorator, a plumber, an electrician, I contacted them. I contacted them and said, you know what, you're spending $35 a week. You haven't got a website, or you do, but it stinks. How many leads have you got? How many do you need? And how many do you want? Because I know that there's another 15 electricians in this area that would really like my service. And so beyond that, I came up with this idea. And I thought, well, let's make it distributed free. Let's get it sponsored by a local printer. So again, relationship marketing. I'm walking in the door. I'm maybe getting some business cards from him or a poster, or showing him this idea and, you know, doing a little bit of swooning. I'm not trying to take him to bed on the first date. I'm getting to know him and letting him know that I'm a local marketer and that I care. Present this idea and say, if you commit to printing this, I will do your Google Places for you at no charge. Normally it costs me $995. Normally I price it at $995, but I'll do it for free. So you've got a local printer on site. He's marketing for you. He can hand this out to his clients. He can then have influence by having his own. This picture here could easily be an ad for him. Okay, and it's the basis of free content to get your name and email and relationship marketing out in the field. Okay, so there's an ad from myself. There's obviously a little bit of a calling card there if you want to promote your own business. There's some tips on how to use video to get seen online and attract expert status. Google Places, why you need to be there and why Google is giving away 49 million free websites. Heaps and heaps of strategies. Now, we'll give you a copy of this in the one day, and the aim is to have one of these go out every month so that if you wanted to use it as a lead generation device, you could literally walk into every bricks and mortar building and business in your local area, change these to your local area, whether you're in Queensland, New South Wales, WA, New Zealand, and make it look like it's local. That's perception's reality. The content's the same. You put your details on there and you walk around and say, hi, I'm Matt. I'm from Monster Social Media. I help local business attract new customers online, and I'd like to give you something for free. Or here's my monthly edition. Here's my monthly newsletter. Can I leave one with you? Or if you're in a hair salon or a bakery or a pizza shop, can I leave 10 here for your clients to pick up as well? Because remember, I'm sure Peter has said this at some stage, and all the great marketers have said, well, who has your client before you? So if you're looking for business owners, where do your business owners go? They go to networking events. Where do they shop? Where do they eat? Where do they meet new people, or whatever it is? Drop these there. Create relationships with coffee shop owners, hair salons, pizza shops, even accountants, business brokers, financial planners, whomever it is. Whoever has a business owner as a client, they can benefit from this. And you know what? If you want to sell the space for this to 2 or 3 or 4 businesses at $50 a pop per month, why not? If it's going to get a readership of a couple of hundred people, or potentially a couple of thousand if you're getting your printer on sign to do a couple of hundred, say 500 to 1,000 of these a month, or every second month. That to me has given me expert status. That has made me a lot of friends in my local business arena, and has got me at least 6 to 8 referrals within the last 2 months, just from people that said, you know what, you're at the right place, the right time, you're in front of me, I can see you, I can talk to you, and I believe what you're saying, and because you're not trying to sell to me on the spot. So again, I'd say that that's easily another 10 grand just from that double-sided newsletter. Who's happy about that? Say yeah. Don't want to sound too American, but I've got to know you're still there, guys. Okay, we're cooking with cheese and onions. Good. Everyone's got yes. Okay, I'll need to ask a dodgy question so I get more than a yes. Okie dokie. So you'll definitely get access to this in the one dayer. Now, let's go back to the presentation and see what's next. Networking events. Okay, so we've all been to networking events, and depending on how you've walked into the event would probably depend on how you walk out, either with the insides of your pockets pulled out and your head down, or with a muddy footprint in your backside, or with all hope and no results. So again, if you're walking in the door and you are interested in finding out about other people's businesses, and you don't give two hoots about letting them know who you are, what you do, and what you can do for them within the first 5 to 10 minutes, then you're going to make friends very quickly. And you can use the same strategies over and over again. You can literally say to a printer, to a business coach, not you guys, but obviously I did, or to a financial planner, or to a print cartridge place, whomever it is. If they've got your customer before you, when they ask what you do, you should have at least have 5 questions about their business already answered. What business are they in? Who's their ultimate customer? What capacity are they at? Are they online? Do they have a website? Do they use social media at the moment? And not one moment do you jump in and tell them how you can help them until they ask what you do, and then you reciprocate by telling them that you help businesses explode online, or you help them attract more customers, or you are a social media expert, and you hand them your newsletter. Okay, you can do a joint venture with these people, and again, networking events. There's a place called meetup.com, so MEET up.com, and there are lots and lots of free networking meetings or meetups around every city in Australia and around the world, as a matter of fact, and you can start your own meetup. And to do that, all you need to do is go there, register, and find meetings or networking events that aren't high-pressure selling environments, and they could be for lunch or breakfast or dinner, and go. I've been invited to 3 BNIs, and I'm not going to accept because I don't want to part with $1,500, and I don't want to be forced to refer people when I don't really know other people's businesses. They're a successful business model, but what I can tell you right now is relationship marketing is much better than forced marketing. Okay, so get to networking events, get to your local chamber of commerce, get out and meet people. That's the thing. Okay, so that's going to take a little bit more effort. It may cost you $20 for lunch or dinner, but I'd highly recommend you do it. I've got 4 clients from 2 meetings so far, because guess what I looked at before I went to the meetings? Did they have a social media guru? Did they have any sort of online expert there? Chances are they had an internet marketer, but when I looked at who he was and what his capability online was, I thought, I'm going to eat this guy for breakfast. And likewise, if there was a Twitter or a Facebook marketer, I still went there, and my big thing is integrated strategies, online and offline. So if they want to push Facebook, let them push Facebook. But I can tell you right now, after a short conversation, most of the people in the room will be attentive to and make sense of a conversation you have with them about integrating online and offline, rather than just sitting on Facebook all day and trying to create like pages and trying to build campaigns in a fishbowl. So not that I'm against that, and it will work for some people, but let's go broad. Okay, the big one here, results in advance. Now let's go to the web. Let's go live across to you, Johnny, in the field. Got to put a bit of humor into this. Okay, so let's go to Google, and there's a couple of strategies I've used here. So as an example, let's have a look for chiropractor in Cranbourne, okay, which is in Victoria here. Now, results in advance speaks for itself. Before you contact the client, or the prospect, you're actually saying to them, okay, and hopefully you can see this. Just let me know if you should be able to see it now. Okay, great. I'm on Google. Now, results in advance does speak for itself, and it is all about making sure your prospect, the person you're going to contact, is aware and fully appreciative of what results you can do for their business before they've even hired you. Okay, and for some reason my internet has just gone crazy. It's just dropped out. So let me just see if I can get some more results here. No. Okay, there we are. All right. So chiropractor in Cranbourne. Now we can see at the top here, you can see there's all these map positions. All right, so let me just pull the highlighter out. Here's all the map positions, and they'll continue down the page. Okay, so the thing to do here is I released a couple of videos, and those videos ended up being ranked. So let me just scroll down here. Even if they're on page 2, it doesn't matter. Okay, and for some reason I cannot find that now. I'll just put Cranbourne Chiropractor. Okay, this is just one of them. So you can see that the search results at the top, there's 2.9 million results for Cranbourne Chiropractor. And you can see all of these Google Map positions here. This is where a business owner should be. All right. So we can see there's organic listings below the map area, and we want to accommodate those as well. We want to totally dominate the whole of page 1 with video, with articles, with search engine directories, with Google Places, and so forth from there. So you can see if I click on video here, then here are 2 videos that I created in less than 2 hours with a website that's not even fully functional yet. Well, it is fully functional, but it hasn't even got a proper domain name to it. Now, if I copy and paste this and put that in there, what I did was I sent a snapshot of the page 1 of video. And I also sent a snapshot of this little mini website, okay, with a video, with some text and copy there, and basically said it's a 5-page website which you can't get into unless you put your name, email and phone number in. All right, that's my mobile number for the moment, but we've changed the website for the client. So I combined the video with a little mini site that I created and literally sent it to every chiropractor in Cranbourne. And I think there's about 8 to 10 of them, and pretty much said, I'm not a chiropractor, I don't want to be a chiropractor, but I am a marketer and I'm a very good one, and I'll work with one of you against the competitors, and it's the first in best dressed. Now, it took me probably a day to get a return phone call from 2 of them, and another probably week to go and meet them because they were busy. These guys are progressive. They're not behind the 8 ball already. They don't come from a lack mentality. They're not on page 10 of Google and thinking, oh, I've got no money to spend and I'll stay on page 10 because I know that these social media and web guys are expensive. So that ended up with another 8 to 10 grand client. Okay, that's the results in advance, and video is the fastest way to rank. Okay, fastest way to rank. So everyone's saying that I've got echo going. Is that all right now? Because I can hear my own voice, which is disconcerting. Still echo.
There's no echo from me.
None from there. Okay, Henley. None from Peter. All right. Has someone just got a mobile phone next to it, or someone's taken their headphone off or something? Okay. Anyway, look, we'll bear with it for the moment. All right, let's see what we can do. So do you get the impression here? Results in advance is literally either setting up a mini website, doing some video, getting a little web page like this, and you might not have the services or the technology to do this, but I do. And you know, if you're convinced that you're going to crack a client, and we're in a JV, Peter, myself, and you, then we may look at doing a results in advance if it's a big enough market. Okay, so let's just show you another one, and this is one that I did for one of Mario's clients. If we say that there is a hair salon in Cottesloe, WA. Okay, happy to say that the top 2 are ours. Okay, they are only launched 4 hours ago and 1 day ago. You can see the competitors. We chose our niche pretty carefully because our competitors have got 2010, 2010, 2010, 2008. So competition for hair and beauty salons in Cottesloe for video is very poor. But if we go to the web, then we can see this particular client who already sits at the top of Google Places can be enhanced even more with video, because we'd be dropping video onto her Google Places page. And we'd also be dropping video onto her Facebook, her Twitter, and all the other accounts that we would manage and establish for her. So very, very quickly, her highly competitive upper end of society, Cottesloe, competition would be falling away at the seams because they don't know the strategies that we do. All right, and this is what can actually work very well for your business. And this is the most recent client of mine. Now, she's just converted her Google Places page because it takes 2 to 3 weeks for Google to send their little PIN code. But if all we're doing is putting in remedial massage Mount Waverley, all these videos count. She's got 3 there, 1, 2, 3. She's got 1 here, 1 here, one's about specials. She's got 1 there, 1 there, 1 there. She's dominating page 1 for video. Now, if we go to, and these chop around all the time, we can see that her website, where she was on page 7, she is now on page 1, organically listed for her website because of video. And under some keywords, she's actually listing and ranking, like here, for video on page 2. If we go to, let's say, corporate massage, Mount Waverley, which is an area she really wants to get into, you are fortunate enough to see that she is, again, at the top of maps. Okay, and we know that because she sits underneath the map area with her images, which are ads, not just pretty pictures, her logos and her videos in there as well. Okay, so she's there where all of her competitors are nowhere to be seen. All right, so I hope you know that the power of advanced marketing is well and truly there, and it's there for taking. Look, it does take a little bit more work to do, but I highly recommend it. I also am very aware that I've over the last couple of years, I used to do this to supplement my other incomes by running my other companies. And I used to do this because I liked it and I wanted to try new strategies. And those figures of 90 plus K in the last 2.5 months, nearly 3 months, are accurate. And they're accurate because I pulled my finger out and I focused and I went for it. And I met the right people at the right time, and literally had the systems and strategies building themselves along the way. So results in advance I have done, and let me just go back, sorry, results in advance, the networking that got me out there, the newsletter, created a talking point, the welcome marketing created another exposure for me, but also the ability to receive feedback from talking to business owners. What do they like doing? How have they been burnt by people in the past? And chances are 7 out of 10 or more business owners won't have a relationship with their internet provider or with their website developer. They would probably be interstate, and they probably don't know what they don't know. So if you're saying, can I do a little critique on your website? Oh, by the way, I've already done that because I knew that I've got my smartphone, or I've got my Android, or I've got my iPad, or whatever it is. Let's just pull up your website right now. How are you attracting customers? Oh, there's no opt-in box there. Okay, are you using video? Have you got a blog on your website? How are you using Facebook? Question, 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 question. The whole time it's leading them to the one undeniable conviction of I need to expand my business online. And we can show you stats after stats that more than 90% of people go online now to search for local business. If you want to go to a car yard, a Toyota dealership, or even a company or a business like that, you can. I've done that. I've been to Honda. I've been to one of the biggest house painting and decorating companies. I've been to kitchen designers. We can give you all the templates you need, but you don't need the templates. You just need to know where to start looking for the clients. Okay. So with that said, here is the one day, this social media profit streams that I mentioned. If you are interested, you'll see an email address at the bottom there, psun@betterbusinessinstitute.com.au. I want you to email Peter and let him know that you're interested. I can guarantee that across the 11, 12, 13 hours that we're going to spend together, you'll get your stuff, you'll get your act together with your own marketing. You may not have it as completely done, but you'll certainly know what you need to do, and it's probably not as much as you think. You'll know what strategies to use, what target market to go for, if not 5 of them, maybe 10 of them. But you want to niche yourself, and we'll certainly be giving you the opportunity to joint venture with us. So with that, I think, Pete, did you want to mention anything yourself?
Yeah, I was going to say, if you guys want to come and attend this workshop, you need to just also text me. Probably better to text me on that phone number that I've been texting people. So that'll probably be easy as well. I don't even know the number, but you'll all have it on your phones, because that's how you found out about this seminar, this webinar.
Mm-hmm.
So if you will, text me, and I will then contact you. The date's already set. As Matt said, what's the dates again, Matt? It's 27th.
It's the 26th. Yep, let me just pull that back up again here. Okay, so it's Saturday the 26th in Melbourne and Saturday the 3rd of December on the Gold Coast.
Okay, so either one of those, obviously, if you are in those 2 cities, those will be the only dates we're going to be doing this year. There will be more done next year, obviously, and we'll hold them in other cities. But if you want to make some money, I would suggest that you guys come and learn how to do the whole system from directory format. As I said, there is the actual fee for attending is $295 if you are a non-currently active BBR distributor. In other words, if you're not paying any monthly fees, then it's $295. If you are paying monthly fees, then it'll drop down by $100, so it's $195. And that's basically just to cover Matt's costs, to fly up to and to get a room hired. So we're not really making money out of this. What we do want to ultimately make money out of is the joint ventures we're going to form with you guys, which is what Matt will talk about on the day. So basically, you go out there, with Matt's help, you can get clients, or eventually you're going to be doing it on your own, and then Matt can deliver the services on the back end. So that's that's where you will you will get a benefit out of it. And I'll just add something else. We've got about 18 people online tonight, and it's good to see you guys on here. And it's obvious 19 now actually we have online. And look, every now and then I get somebody that says, oh, this isn't working, and BBR doesn't work, or this. Look, at the end of the day, you've got to do the work, right? We've got 20 people online now, but you've got to do the work. You've got to get out there and contact those clients. But contacting them about the social media is actually a no-brainer. It's a really easy way to get in the door, because everybody nowadays is looking for those new strategies, and it's sexy because it's all the latest buzz. People don't know anything about it, so it's a lot easier to sell because the business owner doesn't know anything about it. And I know you're going to say, well, neither do I, but let me tell you, you don't have to know anything about it to sell it. I mean, you don't have to know how to build a Mercedes-Benz to sell a Mercedes-Benz, right? So it's the same thing with these strategies. Matt, Matt is the one that will be doing the actual strategies. And of course, we will be running some courses next year where you can actually learn to do the whole thing yourself. So you don't have to even do it as a joint venture, but that will be happening next year. That's not going to be this year. And there'll probably be like a 3 or 4 day seminar on it, Matt.
Yeah, that's right. It'll be, as the New Yorkers say, soup to nuts. We'll go through absolutely everything. The benefit of what Peter and I want to present to you in the one day is the opportunity for you to have the hottest marketing systems available at your fingertips via a joint venture with us as the ultimate outsourced, almost a 4-hour work week for you guys, and you get very handsomely rewarded for it week in, week out. But the biggest thing is that it is the easiest relationship building tool to start up in startup conversations with business owners, because for those of you that haven't been on the calls the last 2 weeks, you do not have to call a business owner and book a coffee with them to start finding out about their business like you do with some of the offline strategies. With this, it's the perfect segue or the perfect conduit to getting their interest, because you can look online, you can search for beauty salons in whatever suburb you're in, you can look at painters, you can look at surgeons or whatever you want to do, and do they have a website? Do they have a Google Places page? How are they ranked? What does their website look like? Has it got video? There are so many different things that you can look at before you even pick up the phone or make contact with the person to qualify them in your mind. And then once you're in front of them, or even on the phone, better still, without wasting your time, is engaging them with your knowledge. And your knowledge doesn't have to be mine, as in depth as mine. All it has to be is critical questions. How long have you had your website for? Or how long have you been in business for? Okay, 10 years. Have you ever thought about having a website across that time? How do you get customers at the moment? All these sort of leading sort of questions towards how would you feel for you and I to sit down for half an hour and for me to show you a couple of things of what I do, or to talk or to have my social media strategist on the phone with you, which is me, that I'd be partnering with you on some of the calls, to show them what is possible for their business and where their industry and their niche is going. So Peter's right. It's the easiest thing to discuss and the hottest thing to move. Now, Mario, I know we could be here all night, but Mario, if I unmute you, you haven't got some crazy television show going on or some dogs doing something bad in the background, have you? Are you there, Mario?
Yeah, how are you, Matt?
Good, I've just unmuted you. Okay, so everyone can hear Mario, and this is a little bit unorthodox, but I thought we might as well, because Mario, Peter and I have been on the phone quite a bit the last 2 weeks. Just in 60 seconds or less, just tell everyone what your experience has been with approaching your current clients and new prospects with this idea.
Well, yeah, basically, as you mentioned, it's the hottest topic at the moment. And what I always say to my clients is it's a done-for-you service. And so they jump all on board with that. Small to medium business owners don't have time to try and work out what they're going to do online, or what promotions, or how they're going to integrate it. It's too much for them to learn and handle. And I have some clients that can barely write emails. So when I brought this to them, they're very excited, and we've sat down with them, and they're ready to move on. So
excellent.
In fact, those videos you just posted up, I was just grabbing the links and setting up an email right now. I'm going to send out to my list tomorrow to show that what can be done. So
and there's a perfect example of results in advance, even though it doesn't apply to not all of your clients are in beauty or hair.
Exactly.
Good man.
Exactly.
Okay,
it's very fast, very powerful.
Yeah, and just quickly, what say some of the packages ranging from 2,500 through to about 9,800. around that 5,900, that middle mark, that $6,000 mark, have they budged much on that? Have they really fallen over and gone cold on you?
No, that 5,900 mark's the one, and I've only really approached my smaller business owners that have come to the end of my 12-month package that I was with them previously, and I've got some other bigger clients that the money's not really the problem, but they'll be finishing up my other program in the next few months, so it's just getting the timing right for those guys.
Of course, the master of ceremonies.
Yeah.
Okay, well look, I'm going to mute you again. Thanks for that, mate. We might get you on next week, hey, to let everyone hear from the horse's mouth, the front line, you know, how you approach your clients as you're starting to get the hooks in on this as well.
Yeah, not a problem at all, and then I can prepare.
Good man. All right.
Rather than off the cuff.
I love throwing people on the. You did well, mate. Thanks. All right. Talk to you soon.
Yeah, no problem.
Thanks, mate.
Good fun. All right, see you.
Okay, bye. Okay, so Pete, you still there?
Yeah, I am. Guys, look, I think we're going to wind it up.
Yeah.
I'd like to thank you, Matt, for doing this. And look, it just goes to show that if you are there having a go, there is money to be made. I mean, both obviously. Mario has been, doing extremely well in Perth, making money just selling the normal strategies that we was, that you all learned at the boot camps and the training you got from me. But Matt has now added this to what we're doing in BBR, and it's obviously, like we said, a hot topic. So you'd be crazy not to sell it. I mean, I can see this is an easy sell. I was going to start up a company doing text and email marketing anywhere. I've been talking about it for 2 years. For me, it was just a matter of finding someone who can actually do the back end of it, the technology side of it, and that's why Matty and I are basically teaming up, and he's going to be integral to doing training at all our future boot camps and trainings and so on. So we're quite excited about, the potential of this and how much money you guys can make with it, and there is obviously a lot of money to be made. So let's go out there and make it happen. And if you're going to register yourself for those seminars, text me or email me, or preferably both. Make sure you text me. That's probably better for me. And I will then contact you and get your details and register you for the 1 day. We are going to cap the 1 day at probably 10 people in each city. So if you want to be in, just book in before it gets full. We're only going to do the first 2 this year, and then we're going to do some more probably next year, but we haven't set those dates yet. That'll be after February. So thanks a lot, everybody. Again, we'll see you next week.
Thank you. Yep, we'll have more strategies next week and some more hints for you.
All right. Okay, goodbye.
Good night. Thanks, Peter. Bye.